Alright everyone, welcome back to Tall Tales Custom Tackles. Wow, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been so long I don't even know how to start. But anyway, I'm gonna try to make a video here just for those of you that been following the channel. You know, I moved up around Gunnersville. The lake is actually you can't see the lake from in here, but there's a house right there, and the lake is actually on the other side of the house. Anyway, the lake is roughly from here, it's maybe 200 yards. Pull out my driveway, you got a store down here, GTO waterfront store. Is less than a half-mile away with a boat ramp. There's another boat ramp a little over a quarter-mile away right there to your left. So I got two boat ramps right here. It's actually in between the town of Gunnersville and the town of Scottsboro. You know, it's right here in between. They call it Scottsboro because it's a little bit closer to Scottsboro than Gunnersville. But anyway, we have been here since I think we officially moved here May the 4th. Honestly, I can't even keep up with the dates. It's May 22nd. My hands are just wore out, blistered from all the stuff I've been doing here lately, trying to get everything situated. I'll show you around in a minute. I'm gonna spend the first probably 5 to 8 minutes of the video like talking to you, and I'll show you around a little bit, and then we'll get into a little bit of bait making. As you can see, I got me a little section of my building set up right now, because I'm using this. I ain't gonna say cheaper in the long run, because we was gonna need we was going to get a storage unit that was climate controlled for like some of our stuff that we didn't want, you know, in a hot storage unit. And they were over $300 a month for storage. So I just went ahead and bought a building. Figure I'd store a bunch of the stuff in here, and I mean, it'd be alright once we have the our house built. Then this stuff will go inside anyway. So, and then I'll have my entire, you know, shop to do everything I want to do. The building is a 12 by 24 with a loft. I'm in the process. I already got all the wire ran. I got to finish wiring the outlets. I got the outlets on this side done. The power for the lights done. I got to finish wiring up the outlets on the back wall. But anyway, and then I'll insulate it. And once insulation, then I'll panel it, you know. Anyway, I like it here so far. Everybody's real nice. I've actually met a lot of nice people. I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out to Gus White. He watched one of my last videos, and I was talking about the location, the area, and what I was doing. And a couple weeks ago, he actually knocked on the door and stopped and introduced himself. I mean, him and his wife, very nice people. They don't live too far from here. Invited to take me out on the lake, which I'm definitely gonna hold him up on that, because I've only had a chance to go a couple times. I've just been so busy, and show me around because it's a big lake. But anyway, here's his card. You can go check him out. He makes baits also. Go check it. Oh yeah, focus. Rocky Bottom Baits. Check him out on Facebook. Give him a shout. He makes great baits. Now if you go look at his Facebook page, you can see what I'm talking about. He makes quality stuff, so give him a shout out. But anyway, so I've met a lot of friendly people, and what I mean by friendly is back where I'm originally from, there's a lot of unfriendly people. So far, everybody I've met is friendly. Anyway, I do have a job lined up. I went for an interview. I've put applications in a few different places, but I accepted a position working with the state of Alabama. But God, the only thing I don't like about the state of Alabama, in my opinion, is the cost of everything is expensive. I mean, like more than back home. Like here, the gas is not horrible, but gas is still high. But everything you need is more expensive here than it is back home. As far as like lumber, paneling, you know, stuff like that cost way more here than it does back home. But then the wages here are horrible. I mean, like the position I accepted, they pay, and it's the state of Alabama, Department of Transportation. Their starting base, hell, I can make that at McDonald's back home. I mean, but that's the only problem so far, that's the only thing I don't like, is the wages in the state of Alabama, from what I see, is horrible. And they wonder why they begging for help. A lot of people, like, not when you got places like, I've seen like Wayne's Farm, Pilgrims, places like that, the chicken plants, they're starting out decent. But you got the state of Alabama ain't paying nothing. But anyway, I wanted a state job. Well, I say a state job. I wanted a decent job with benefits and retirement, so I did accept them. Now I got a couple of other things I'm waiting on that I might, you know, depends on if I get an interview or not, that I might would check in on, that pays a lot more, but would be something that I would prefer to do long term. Anyway, this is gonna run past the damn 5 to 8 minutes. Let's go ahead and get you. You can see I got my little area set up right here. This is, you know, I ain't took all my stuff out, but where I'm gonna be making some jigs, and there's my little molds and stuff. Here's all the crap I got stored right now. You can see I got a big refrigerator, washer, dryer, bed, dressers, and I got to have my little refrigerator. Definitely got to have drinks. So I got a little window unit. I was gonna go with a bigger one, but I just went with a 10. Once I get it insulated, a 10 will keep it, you know, done. I got a freezer full of meat. But anyway, hopefully once I get everything situated soon, I'll go ahead and get it paneled, insulated and paneled. Same with the roof. I'll close the loft off where that's separated and just have a like a trapdoor access point. I've done the same thing with my wife's building. That way it stays nice and cool in here. The building is, they call it a elite edition because it came with flower pots on the outside, which I ripped them off as soon as they delivered it, and the windows above the door, they call that the elite. Another reason it came and you can see I already cut the damn wire on it. It came with a where you could plug in an extension cord and run 2 lights, and it had 2 outlets. But the elite edition is about $1,600 more, which it wasn't worth it. I didn't want that, but they didn't have none in stock, and I would have to wait months to get one, so I ended up paying, you know, more for a elite model that had this crap on it. But anyway, I'll take you around real quick, and then we'll get to making some stuff. And you can see what I'm talking about. I ripped the damn, I gotta use the touch-up paint, but I ripped the damn the flower pots off. I gotta build me some steps, but anyway, I did build me a 16 by 20, I mean a 13 by 24, you know, just to store extra stuff under, because I'm used to having room to store stuff. So anyway, I got more storage. Got the old boat parked under there. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, we're living, like, we're staying in a camper right now. We bought a 30-foot camper, and we're staying in it right now until we get the process started on having a house built on this piece of property. But turning around, you can see you can see my wife's building next door. That's her little building. Camper in the background, my truck, my dad's boat and truck in the background. Anyway, a little piece of property. Boy, we done over 10 minutes. Let's get in here and get started. I'm thinking about just doing a simple, I say a simple, we're gonna get back to once we get the channel actually running proper again, I'm gonna get in the habit of trying to upload a video every, you know, if I have time, I'll try to do like every other week. Sometimes I might be able to do one every weekend. It just really depends on this, you know, the time, the situation. Like right now, I've been so busy doing everything else, I ain't had time to hardly do anything other than work on, you know, getting things situated, because I had everything packed up and then all of a sudden I'm like, damn, I got to find my stuff. So, you know, I've been digging, going through totes trying to find, oh, I need this, you know what I mean? So it's like, anyway, I'm gonna dig through my little book, come up with a paint, or I might just make something off the top of my head and say hell with find an old recipe. We might come up with something. I don't know, I'll figure it out. So I'm gonna pause you for a minute, figure out what mold I want to shoot, and we'll figure out a color. We'll actually build a color. Like I say, we're gonna get back to the basics a little bit, and we'll build a color, and I'll give you some tips. I mean, stuff you probably already know, but if you're new, and that's originally what I made the channel for those of you that are new and looking for information, because I know a lot of people don't like to share information. So we'll get back to the basics, and I'll try to give you a few pointers that help, you know, that would have helped me when I started out, because I couldn't find this information. I really couldn't. Most of it you had to learn with trial and error. So we'll be back in a minute. Oh, just my damn luck. I done went through 10 minutes of talking to you and then giving you tips and explaining on how to, alright, before this plastic cools down, I was actually looking at the camera just then while I was talking, and I saw the damn thing wasn't recording, so I had to, I'm glad I didn't start mixing plastic. Alright, I was explaining the colors. Dark melon by Dead On, green by Dead On, and dark watermelon by MF. I'm trying to remember everything I just went over. Damn, that pisses me off. But anyway, that's part of it. The plastic is ready. I went through showing you how to, but like I say, it didn't get recorded. How to get rid of air bubbles without a vacuum chamber. Heat up the temperature a couple times. We just let it sit in the microwave for about a minute, and usually that gets rid of most of the bubbles. Another tip I was sharing: always scrape the bottom and the sides, that way you don't you know, have any uncooked plastic, so all your plastic's good. Anyway, I was talking about all kind of stuff, and then I realized you wouldn't the damn camera wasn't recording. I think that's why, a while back, that's why I switched over between that and something else. I'd switched over and started just recording on my phone, because that GoPro can be a pain in the butt. Anyway, it's a cup and a half of plastic. It calls for 15 drops of dark melon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Boy, I tell you though, I've had that happen to me a couple of times with this GoPro, where I thought it was recording and it wasn't. Whew, that thing gets on my nerves. Of course, partially my fault. When I hit the button, I should have double checked to make sure it was going. Let's see, 20 drops of green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And sometimes I'm not too particular about how many drops, but this is a color I haven't made in a long time, so I mean, you know, I'm trying to stick with what I got written down so I can actually see how it's going to turn out. And 45 drops of dark watermelon. If you ain't never used this, the color is an awesome color. It's really a thin color, but it to me it makes a great green pumpkin. 45 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 45, and it don't take long because it's a thinner, you know, it's a real thin MF. A lot of times is got their pigment is real thin. Oh, now I know why I call it watermelon rind. It almost reminds me of the color of watermelon rind, you know, like a watermelon. And we're gonna, this extra time I spent talking, I'm gonna have to heat it up a little bit more because it's getting a little thick. So let me heat it up, then we'll add some flake to it. One of the other things I was talking about is I don't know if I'm gonna leave this area over here once I get it fully you know, like walled in and or insulated and paneling up. I don't know if I want my work area right here or on this back wall. I might actually move to the back wall so I'll have more room, you know, like room spread out. So and I'm putting more plugs on the back wall, so that might be the area I use. I'm gonna get a I actually ordered, it's supposed to be here tomorrow, some tent. It ain't supposed to be like the tent for a vehicle. It's supposed to be more of like a magnetic film that stick to glass. Anyway, for these windows, because that they let a lot of heat in. I found that out these last couple of days. I was in here making some baits. Because, you know, I'd pretty much stopped making, you know, pretty much, I ain't gonna say 100% stop making them for sale. I'd slowed down because the price of everything just got so high. But my loyal customers, people that's been buying from me from the start, now I still make them some stuff. But you know, I put 1/4 scoop of a medium size. This is actually, I didn't feel like, since it's a color for myself, I didn't feel like using up my my, you know, Lure Works glitter. Now this is gonna be Lure Works. I'm gonna use a I don't want a full quarter. I'm just gonna put a 1/8 of a scoop of the small stuff in it, because that small stuff goes a long ways. Let's mix this up. See how shit, boy, that's gonna look good. I actually remember now how this color was. Damn, that looks good. But I'm gonna heat it up for a few more seconds, and we're gonna shoot it and see how she looks. But anyway, that color right there would make a good laminate with something else, you know, like not necessarily something like a cherry, you know, like I make a color that's almost, it's not necessarily a cherry seed, it's more of a real translucent, it's really a translucent, I guess you say a light cherry, you know, it's not thick, it's real light. But I think that would look good laminated over that cherry, you know. It would be where both of them would be real see if you can see what I'm talking about. See how real translucent, but that's looks good. Let's see what temperature we're running. About 320, 321. Alright, let's get you where you can see what is going on. And as always, I'll try to keep my big ass head from the camera, because I'm bad about that. That big old dome. I'll actually start from the back one first. I can't remember how fast or slow I shot these molds. It's been so long. I say it ain't something you forget, but at the same time, it's like you got some molds got, you know, their little sweet spot, and some molds like to be shot a little bit hotter than the others, and some, you know, you have to shoot a little cooler. Now I know my ecto crawls, I've only forgot one time, those you gotta shoot super fast. And with all baits, always top your sprues off, because what'll happen if you don't top it off, it can cause voids in your nose if it drops down too low. Yeah. And that there will be alright. Now I'll actually talk to you a couple minutes. I know some people don't mind my longer videos. I actually don't mind it, because I mean, I don't mind sitting there and talking to you. One of the things I was talking about that didn't get recorded was I met a guy named Samuel Hill. He actually came out and repaired my windshield, because one of the trips coming up here, I had a rock bounce off. It actually bounced off from like 3 lanes over somehow and hit my windshield and cracked it, or chipped it. So he had to come out and fix mine. Plus my wife, she's on the road a lot with home health, and she had a chip in hers. But anyway, he came out and we was talking about you know, his job, how much they make, you know, what all, you know, what all you have to do, what all is involved in it, which is actually very interesting. So I applied for it. He gave me a recommendation, and hopefully I'll get an interview with them. They got great benefits. That's the thing I'm looking for, you know, great benefits also. But they got great benefits. 401k instead of your regular state retirement, which is fine, because their pay is way more. Hold on, my wife needs me for a second. I'm gonna be right. Alright, I'm back. My wife, she's gotta go see a patient, and her tire was a few pounds slack, so she wanted me to put a little bit of air in it, so I went out there and put some air in it for her real quick. But anyway, what I was talking about, the dude I was talking to, he was telling me a little bit about his job, and anyway, I applied, so I'm hoping maybe get an interview, and because I applied for 2 positions they got for a an actual installer technician, which you install new windshields, and then a repair technician, which just repair. But they send you, you know, to Birmingham to do the training and stuff like that. So I mean, that would be something interesting. Plus, like I say, they do pay a lot more, and that's one of the things I can't get over, is how little pay is here versus back home. But then everything here is so much more expensive. Like the taxes, like you go to the store or something's 9.4% with the state, and then the extra stuff they add on is 9.4% taxes you're paying. That's a damn lot. Anyway, let's see what we got. Let's angle this over. Oh yes, I like that. Other than my hand's been dusty from going outside, but yeah, yes sir, I do like that. Stick those to the side. Yep. It's got the perfect, you know, it's real translucent, but at the same time it's plenty dark enough. Yep. That's a good color. I'm surprised I ain't made it in a long time. I don't know why I waited so long to make it. But anyway, I like that color. The only way I've done that one so far is with black flake. I might change it up one day and put some different flake in. You know, might do like large black and then just a little touch of small red. I think would make that pop a little more. But anyway, we're gonna wrap this up, because if not, I'll sit here and talk to y'all damn day. You know, this is like a video just to, you know, get back in the groove of things. And like I say, I've been trying to get everything situated. I just haven't had a chance to put anything on camera, just because I've been so tied up and busy. But anyway, now I do have a couple molds on the way. I did get you might have seen it, and I'll introduce and talk more about it once I actually get it in my hands. But Hog Salad, you know, they got the new Moondog 4.1 inch crawl, which is a beast. You know, I was talking with Billy, and the development of it from when it started out to how it looks now and how the action is incredible. I mean, he knocked it out of the park with that one, so I can't wait to get it like actually in my hands and show you how it looks, and you know, get to use it. And I also ordered a that little 2-inch little crappie bait from Epic Bait Molds. I think it's a 24 cavity or something like that. I've been wanting a little crappie bait, especially for up here. There's so much crappie fishing going on, and I bought that one a while back, but it had the little, you know, kind of like little hook slot in. I didn't care for that. I was going to Dremel it out, and then when I saw that Epic Bait Molds had that one, I've been going to get it, but I didn't want to get it until I actually got up here and got, you know, started getting situated. But anyway, if you have any questions, you know, any comments, you know, feel free. You can always hit me up on here. I try to respond to everybody. For some reason I don't get notifications. I go check every so often, and anybody that I haven't responded to, I try to respond to. You can always hit me up on the page under Tall Tales Custom Tackles. You can you know, send me a message there, or my personal page under Eric Gilly. I get a ton of messages there. I'm on Instagram under Tall Tales Custom Tackles. You can check us out there. I don't post. I've been so busy, I really haven't been posting much of anything here lately, but hopefully I can, you know, get that to change. I'm in talks with, we're going to do a pretty big giveaway for the 2,000 subscriber. I'll have more details later, but it'll be more for the hobbyist, you know, versus the average person that don't make baits. You know, I'm talking about maybe doing like a mold giveaway. I don't know 100% yet. When it gets closer, we'll get more into the details, but I'm talking about trying to do maybe a mold giveaway for the 2,000 subscriber, you know, when we hit that benchmark. I think that would be pretty cool. But like I say, as we get closer, I'll have more details, because we're still a ways away. You know, I really hadn't been on here much, so I hadn't been able to push it. So anyway, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with anybody. Hell, share it with your coworkers. You know, and I'll try to keep on getting more content out, and as you know, as the shop gradually gets put back together, you'll see how things lay out. You know, it's completely, I'm gonna have to redo everything. So eventually I am gonna get my little jig area set up, because I actually enjoyed that. You know, I'm still new and learning on that part, and I actually really enjoyed, you know, like making the little bladed jigs and making some little spinner baits and stuff like that. It was actually quite enjoyable. So I do want to get my little booth set up, and you know, start doing that. And actually, I'd like to film that one day. I tried to film it one time before, and it just, I'm gonna have to do it where I can like speed it up or something, because I was doing it one time before, and before I knew it, hell, it done been like an hour and I wasn't even halfway done yet. I was like, oh, let me just scrap that idea and finish what I'm doing. But anyway, thank you. I appreciate everybody's patience, you know, that's been with me from the start as far as following the channel, because I know it's been a while. But anyway, stay tuned. We will release more hopefully next weekend. I ain't gonna promise you, but maybe next weekend I can get something out. But anyway, stay tuned. Thank you. Alright, so you thought I was done. Well, I was done. I actually decided to do some laminates off camera real quick, and man, they turned out great. I done this, it's kind of like a school bus yellow. I actually do that for my dad. He loves that color. So anyway, I decided to laminate that with that green, and man, that actually turned out perfect. Turned out better than I expected. I mean, it's because that yellow is real thick and the green, you know, is real translucent, but man, those turned out real nice. I wanted to show that real quick. I know the video was over. I just wanted to add that to it. So this, all right, we'll catch you later.